everybody, and welcome back to High Button Sports here as we get set for our third game of the day here and the third game of the tournament at the Montreal Meltdown World Cup. And today we're going back to the teams we saw last night, actually, when we were doing our first exhibition game, and this will be the Prospects and Team BC. So the Atlantic Prospects this morning suffering a 5-0 loss in their first game of the day, so trying to get back in the win column. Team BC looking to go to work here as well. They had their victory in the exhibition yesterday, and now they're going for another one over the same team, and we're off to the races here. That puck won down the left side now by Kavanaugh. Quickly cut off, and we have the Team BC in those orange practice jerseys again, like I said, because of the same black jerseys. They had to switch it off because the Prospects here are the home team. Over to the left side, worked in around. That's Jordan Tash who helped that one come down. Picked up by Thorne. Thorne up the Wallace to the blue line and past it. Now Kavanaugh has a chance at it. Kavanaugh down the left side trying to get it over to Weir. And about a foot out of his reach, so that play won't turn into anything. Down here in the right side corner now. Grabbed in behind. Over to Bowen Cranston. Bowen Cranston with the puck clear. Picked up by Polyakov. He tries to put it in the open area and he nails him down the left side, but Adam Zhao with a good hustle back and a nice save there. The winger Zhao came back and covered his position. Nice, he was already in stride and kept it up and delivered. A good defensive play by him, and that'll be offside as Pelkey tried to stick handle it out. They'll get set here for a face-off just close, and we take a look there at our goaltender Rogerson. Rogerson, I said yesterday, very good at tracking that puck. That's one of his specialties. Head back in here till center. Puck, one back here on the left side. That one's stick handled. Worked in through the middle. Ashton Lupel all the way over to the right side. Picked up by Celebrini. Celebrini, who had a good game yesterday in the exhibition against the Prospects. Gets the first, or the second, I should say, real good shot of the game for Team BC. Stop coming here, push on the draw. One back to Celebrini. Celebrini tries to put it through, pushes in the skates. Over to Henneberry. Henneberry shoots it over, it hits the linesman's skate, so it stays in. Picked up by Mullen. Mullen goes down. Hard attack by Team BC as they try to work it across the ice. Jollymore gets to it. He'll work it up the wall. It's kept back in. That one bounces in front. Team BC still on it. Jollymore trying to push it out of the zone. Staying with it, but Celebrini with some quick moves to keep that puck on his stick, handed off to his defense. Over around the left side, nice stop-up plays. Then Jollymore gets his stick on it, and he'll try to hustle it out the right side. In here close, he gets that up to McKinnon, and it's a race down the right side. McKinnon from a sharp angle shot, takes a funny bounce, covered up. Some extra pushing and shoving after the whistle. We know that these teams aren't afraid to go at it. There was a little animosity at the end of the game yesterday as McKinnon heads off to the bench. Picked up now, back to McKenzie on the Ringette line. In behind, that puck's fished out by Dumansky. Dumansky hands off in the middle, stopped up by Cranston, but knocked off his stick. Now down the left side they come. Kessler Ord Kessler. Wrapping in behind, it's on the stick. Spun off. Owen Dumansky tried to find some open room. It's handed off down low now. Circled off out of the corner. Team BC looking to set up here again. Handed off to the left side. Chance for a shot. Rogerson on it. Rebound in front gets cleared out. Back off to the right side to the blue line. Chip down in the zone. That one's going to fall all the way in behind the goalie now. Grabbed. Looking for that play out in front. Team BC on it. Bowen Cranston on 2 knees, trying to get in there. Good job of getting that to the line, but it's kept in at a move around. Weir goes down. The arm doesn't go up when it could have. Weir now down the right side. He'll get jumped on and they'll keep playing. Flicked up a little chip pass up the left side. Grab back to Zhao. Zhao now circling out. Zhao picking up speed through the zone. He's trying to go for a skate down low. He gets tripped up into the boards. And Zhao went into those boards hard. And he'll be down on the ice down there. And we'll move off of it as Zhao slow to get up, but he is up under his own power. Has to just take a moment, and here at High Button Sports we don't show any injuries, so we'll just kind of give you the update as he looks to be skating off under his own power. He had a lot of speed going into that left corner. So we'll let young Zhao head to the bench. Hope he's okay, but we'll continue on here. 11:19 left to go here in the first. Over onto the wall, picked up by Henneberry. Back into the zone. Lead pass up the left side. That was under the stick of Tash. Tash cutting. Turn back in the other way now, Mullins. Up on it into Pelkey. Pelkey through the middle, stopped up, and now it's a rush the other way. Henneberry the only one back. Cutting on, Team BC, hands off to the left side, chance shot, scores. Bar down off the turnover. And a big selling right into our High Button cameras as a goal here by who I believe is number 16, Jordan Tash, as he took that and put it right upstairs. Not much of a chance there in net. We'll have our first goal of the day. 1-0 here, Team BC. As we head back to center, just about 5 minutes into this one. Picked up McKinnon, kicks it up ahead, chopped off the stick as it falls back into Jollymore. Jollymore down the wall, it's turned back in and played in behind by Tash, our goal scorer. To the line, turned over McKinnon, takes a whack at it. Now they have to turn it back in the other way. Cranston tries to skate at it, but it's cut down the right side. Lots of open room out there on this massive ice as they chase that all the way to the corner, try to center on the stick of Jollymore. He fishes it out of his way. Now could be a rush the other way. Hard hustle. Look at those 3 orange jerseys coming back, but Cranston picks it up. Shot. Oh! And off the post. He almost tied it up. He got a lot of that shot. Jollymore tries to get it across. It's jumped on. Celebrini picks it up near the ringette line. Lead pass in towards the middle. Jollymore down, and a chance here for the shot. It's free in the moment. Jollymore in the skates. Play it off to the left side down low, trying to center. Chase Jollymore. Gets it through the legs up to McKinnon. Bowen Cranston almost had this game tied up. Push now down the right side. He has some nice moves in tight, staying on it, but through his legs, it'll be chopped back into McKenzie. Over to Weir. Weir to the left side. That jumps off the stick to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh pulling it down. Played back to Henneberry. Back down in behind. Push tries to stay on it. Over to Weir. Prospects put Kavanaugh in front, but Weir overwhelmed there in the corner, and little dish pass out to Celebrini. He'll elect to hold on to it, then work it into the far corner. Nice job there, played to perfection as McKenzie tries to get it on the corner. Carson McLean with it as well. Sent back in the other way. That puck touched by the goaltender, but turned over, and we are looking for another chance as that was a bit of a sketchy one there as the pressure by Weir. He had that pressure on, but I'd like to see a little killer instinct from the young man. You have a chance to tie it up. You got to try to force that puck in, but good job hustling nonetheless. Worked over on the wall in below the Mullins. Mullins plays it out in behind. Over to Zhao. Zhao's going to take that back down low himself. Over onto the left side, Cranston. We're only about 7 minutes into this game. Feels like a lot's happened. Pelkey into the zone off the right side. Pelkey stops down low in the corner. There's just so much action with all this room and all this skill. Every play has something substantial happening and no real dull plays. Back to behind to Cranston. Cranston circling out. Gets that out the left side. High shot. Hits off the top of the glove and will be worked into the corner. Pelkey goes down trying to chase after it. Picked up now. Trying to work that out. Sump back in the zone. That was Kessler who is pushing it out. From the back end now. Picked up and stick handle. Lots of open room down through the middle. Carson McClay will take what's given. Shot to the middle. It's sent into Rogerson. Rebound in front. Has to stay with it over into the corner. Chip back towards the middle. Cranston has the pass up now. Whalen could be able to rush the other way down the left side. Passed off to McKinnon. McKinnon with the shot. That one flipped high. Not ideal, but I'm sure they're going to be happy they at least got a chance on it as the 2-on-1's created. Whalen put the pass back just enough for the chance to be made. Not in the back of the nets, but some momentum swinging the right way for Team Atlantic. Team BC has had the majority of it here for the first half of the game. Now we'll head back out your center. Push on it. Drop back to Jollymore. Jollymore touches it up off the glass. It'll stay alive. Back in behind to Jollymore, who holds on, tries to shoot it back in the left side, jumps over McKinnon's stick. Back in behind to Team BC. Worked up the wall. It's played in low. Over to Dumansky. Dumansky hands it off to the middle. Chop back into the corner. Dumansky again in behind. Fandon. Back into the middle. Let's drop to Tash. Tash in behind. Tash circling. Played out down the right side. Hand it off. Nat Cruz. He'll get knocked off it. McKenzie thought there was going to be a penalty. There wasn't, so he was pleading for no reason. Played back to the line down the right side. Picked up by Tash. Tash holds on. Our only goal scorer here so far in the first period. Back down low and behind. It's stick handle played back to Nat Cruz. Push tries to put that stick on there. McKinnon on it. Creates the turnover, but then that free puck grabbed by Team BC and they still work it in. Back into the corner. They're getting eaten up a little bit in their own end here in Team Atlantic Prospects. Not getting to the pucks first in their own end. Wrapping around up the left side. Going to step in for the shot. That one gloved down by Rogerson. And a whistle on the play. 5:32 left to go in the first. They'll be out here to Cooper McBride on the draw versus Cranston. We get a look there. As that puck's fought for, one back by Team BC, but then picked off and now can be rushed the other way. Into the zone by Weir. Over to Cranston. Cranston with the drop pass. Back in behind, Kavanaugh picking it up. Kavanaugh to the line, Henneberry. Henneberry shoots that back in behind, Cranston on it. In off the wall to Mullins. Mullins gets that down. Cranston looking for the pass. He'll elect to hold on. Pushed off in the corner, now double teamed. Loses that puck. Back in behind a Team BC and some good hard work down low to help turn that puck over. Back into Henneberry on the line. The one thing I'll say I'm noticing about Team BC is they play the game deep in the zone when they're on offense, so it allows for some potential odd man rushes to be made, but as soon as that puck's turned over, you see all three of those forwards hustling back to the neutral zone. So that's something that Atlantic prospects need to take into account. The second you have a chance, you don't really have a chance to think about it. You just got to go for it because this Team BC, they're going to be back on you, the forwards, and they're going to have numbers quickly, even if you've got them at the start. That one cut out in front, passed on, and flicked out. Down low, it's picked up by McLean, tried to center off the end of the stick, pushed over to Cranston. Cranston now down the left side. He'll chip it for what will be an icing. Haven't had too many of those yet this game. 3:59 left to go in the first. We'll head back into the Atlantic Prospects end. Team BC playing pretty well here. Down in the corner. Try to play that out, held on to Team BC now with a cutout in front. Backhand shot, scores. Backhand, bar down, coming out of the corner. And that'll be 2-0 off a beauty by number 14, Jack Boydell. As he puts that one away. And now it'll be 2-0 here in the first. Team Atlantic head back to center. Just a nice cut towards the middle. Jack Boydell giving us a little bit of a show here on high button. So this morning the Junior Bruins knocked off this Team BC 5-0. Pelkey has that fall down. So the Junior Bruins, I suppose, the team to chase right after this one. We're going to have the Canadians versus the Bruins, a matchup as old as time, and two teams that won 5-0 this morning. So that should be an awesome game coming up right after this. We've still got plenty of time left to go in this game here, just nearing the end of the first period. Dane Player gets that across. Up the wall, and it hits the skate almost to too many men. Back to Jollymore. He hits a nice pass over to Cranston. Back in through the middle, wind up, shot. That one rifled over the net. And they'd like one of those to go in, get Team Atlantic back in this game as BC up 2 currently. Sent over under the wall. Chased after here down low. McKinnon gets it over to Cranston. Cranston cutting out to the middle. Shot off the shin pad. He wound up and put all his power into that one. Back in the other way now. Jordan Tash has a goal once this period. Looking for another. Good period for Tash. High shot. Gloved down by Rogerson. Tristan Boybe hasn't had too many shots down there, but a couple of them he has had. He's had to be sharp for. As well, wait here for another face-off. Dropped and worked into the corner. Henneberry. Henneberry up to Kavanaugh. Pushed down the right side. Active stick in there on the wall. Poked back out. Kavanaugh has that stick go up high, but it's passed off. Let in the other way. Up the left side, McKenzie grabbing. McKenzie in behind. Puck comes up on the wall. Back down low. Weir's going to be the first to that one here for Team Atlantic in the corner. He tries to play a chip off the boards. Doesn't get far. Back down low to Cooper McBride. McBride stops up, hands off for a quick little shot in front. Nicely done, setting up and delivering on that play from the corner as they get tied up and go into the boards. Hand pass, resulting in a penalty there. As we take a look over here at the big trophy, that'll be given up, the World Cup, as it sits next to us here. You get a nice look there as this is the prize they're competing for at the end of the week. Picked up off the shin pad into Thorne. Thorne on the left side. Shot out. Remember, tomorrow we're covering all the World Cup action, but tomorrow there's going to be some extra games sprinkled in here from the 09 divisions and the 2010 divisions, so some older kids as that one goes down, and a power play coming here with 1:29 left to go in the first. As the arm goes up, that'll be a tripping call, so to the box they come. This will be Emery Thorne. Thorne will will sit for 2, and now it's up to the Atlantic prospects to put up a good show here as it's 1:20 left to go in the first, and they're down 2, so you want to keep the bleeding to a minimum here at the end of the first period. Up along the wall, Cranston jumps on it. He tries to chop it by. He's got it. Cranston looking for a short-handed goal. Oh, and that one just wide, and a good chance missing. Yesterday in the exhibition, we saw Cranston with a short-handed. He almost had another one here at a big moment. That one's cut off in through the middle. Dumansky's shot, block it away. Over to Zhao. Not quick enough on that puck as Celebrini tries to play it with it behind the net. Celebrini cut out over to Cranston. Cranston up the left side, gains the zone, and we'll just fire that down. 40 seconds to go in the period, 1:12 in the power play. Riding up off the stick now, Zhao. Poked out through the middle, down the right side, Whalen. Whalen pushed off of it. Exiting the zone now for one last rush. 24 seconds to go in the period. In ahead, Celebrini. Whalen getting in there with some good defense. Cut towards the middle, shot. Rebound in front. Another save by Rogerson. Looking for a potential wraparound. Trying to hang on here late. Team BC in behind. Hand it off. Henneberry pokes at it. Cut out of the corner. Moving it along. Exits, and it'll be 2-0 here at the end of 1. And we'll head to the break. We'll be back in a moment for the start of 2, just shortly.
Welcome to High Button Sports. We come from the land of Nova Scotia. We do a little bit of everything: live streaming, commentating.
Back outside, shot, score! Come, baby, where Grandma keeps the cookies.
Over the years, we've met some pretty cool people. Oh yeah, that guy too. Can't forget about the best mic'd up videos going.
Oh, cha-ching.
The High Button crew has been steadily growing, and we love traveling. So don't worry, we'll be in your city soon enough. New rinks, new people. Did I mention we live stream?
Oh, and the door here gets close, and it opens up again, and they're laid out into the square, and they're fighting under my thing.
Find Cameron. Cameron's got time. Shot. Tipped. Off the crossbar. Oh, my!
I'm no mathematician here, but I'm pretty sure High Button Sports and your sporting event equals pure entertainment. Let's put that equation to the test, eh?
All right, we're heading back to center here as we hear that purge horn going. Thorne down here, not sure where he should go after the next 34 seconds. I think they were saying go to the bench. Now he's nice and clear. CJ over there on the bench. Chris Jollymore, as that one's sent into the prospects. Chris Jollymore, one of the heads here of the Atlantic Prospects team. He makes it clear that once this 28 seconds is over, they're going to send out another guy there from the bench. So 28 seconds to kill left on this power play as we are into the second period now. Team BC up 2. One back into the corner. Kavanaugh grabs that. It goes into the shin pad. Push tries to stay on it. Work down off the left side. Team BC in front. Knocked off into the corner. Grabbed out the left side and behind. That's to Jack Boydell. He's got a goal off the backhand in this game. In ahead, 8 seconds to go on the penalty. Team BC pressuring here late. Henneberry on it. Over to Whalen. And now it'll come out. Thorne tries to come out and grab it, but he'll skate over to the bench, as we mentioned, and work down the left side. So another chance here for a rush. Pushed into the corner, McKenzie. Pressured off onto the wall. Cutting in front, low shot. That one tipped off, rebound in front, backed on, and pushed in for the 3-0 here with 14:04 to go in the second. So they'll be on the rebound this time. So after the 2 shot goals, this one's a rebound, and it'll be 3-0 Team BC as they head back over. And Atlantic prospects find themselves with lots of time, but lots of work to do. Get off the face-off. That one's played over to the left side. Handed off into the zone. They stick handle. Picked up and pushed back. Grabbed in behind. That one turned over off the stick. Up on the wall, Whalen. He's stopped up again now through the middle. Picked up by Dumansky. Dumansky steps in. Fandon left side. Rogerson way out of the net, but that good active stick by Cranston in behind stopped any potential wraparounds. Picked up in and out, cut in front, handed off left side, tipped, and Team BC is buzzing. Down low, cut back, Nat Cruz. Tried to hand off back to Cruz, rebound here on the left side, shot, and wide open. That'll fall into the back of the net, and it'll be 4-0 here. Team BC, as they go to work here at the start of the second period, extend that lead. .14 left to go here in the second. We'll head back to center. Played back to the line in behind. Picked up by Ashton Lupul. That one's played off, turned over. Now it's time for the Atlantic prospects to show what they're made of here. Down 4 at the start of the second period. Push off in the corner. Push, shoots it in. Played and across. That one dropped back for Zhao. Zhao on the wall. Back in behind. That one chopped over to Push. Poked by him, but grabbed. Now Team BC up the wall, chipped by Thorne. Hustled after in the zone. McKenzie's gonna get to that first. McKenzie circling all the way around up the left side. Turned over to the on-rushing BC player. Low shot. Covered by Rogerson. That was a bit of a snapper off the end of the stick there, as I'm just trying to see the number of our latest player to get that shot off. Looks to be 71, Lyden Pierce. Here on the draw, handed off to the left side. Back into Boydell. Boydell shoots, looking for his second of the game. It's gloved. Face-off coming here to the right side of our goaltender Rogerson. Remember, we got one more game on the docket after this. The 1-0 Junior Bruins versus the Canadians. Our rivalry as old as time. That's going to be taking place here on High Button Sports here shortly. Both teams won 5-0 this morning, so it's going to be a fantastic game. You're not going to want to miss it. Jollymore through the middle. Shot on. That one poked in behind. Henneberry going for it. Picked up by Cranston off into the corner. Now grabbed by Jollymore. Jollymore in behind, jumping off the stick. Kept in the zone just by a hair by Team BC. Over to Weir. Down to Jollymore. He chops it by. Hustled after him behind by Boydell. Boydell grabbing it, sending it back to where it came from. Now Cranston on it on the wall. Weir fishes that out. Set down on net, and Boivy's just going to leave it as they get a full line change here for the prospects. Looking for the outlet pass here, Team BC. Circling back around, left side connecting. Jumped off the stick there as Jollymore got on it. Down the right side wing, that one's in behind to Jollymore. Smack back the other way to McKinnon. McKinnon in the skates. Jollymore grabbed again. Left side. Up ahead, that chops off the stick. In on it, to the line, poked in and pressured. Picked up now, and just offside is trying to make something else happen. Was Mason Shelley. Face off right here in front of us. Not too much happened in the last few minutes. Since the 2 early goals in the period by Team BC, it's settled down a little bit. Chipped up off the wall by Zhao. Zhao stick handling it out at the left side. He's pinched off on the board, but sticking with it. Centering up front. Oh, and that pass had a lot of mustard on it, but it stopped as once it hit the stick and bounced straight off. Now led ahead to Team BC. In on Dumansky. Dumansky centering left side. That one just by Kessler. Off on the wall, down low, flipped off. Not in the direction of the net, so free to pick up on the left side. Back in behind, grabbed. Dumansky tries to bring it in. Over to Whalen. Whalen up the left side wall. He'll be cutting over to Zhao on the right. Zhao on his offhand. He'll stick handle. Still with it. Zhao with an extended possession here down low as they leave him. Structured play here by Team BC as they're not coming off of their circle. Low shot sent in, rebound in front. Wow, you don't see that too often with the young minor hockey as they refuse to leave their post. Push has a chance. He's passing for it, but too late as Push was open for a second as they got the all far change there coming out of the left side, but didn't amount to anything. In behind for Boydell. He'll cut back, hand it in off the wall. Stepping up on it, but holding on. Little dish pass by Celebrini. In towards the middle, high shot. That one played in behind. Picked up and stick handle of his own, trying to find Push on the left side. They'll hustle after it. Chipped on by. In behind, prospect shoot it in ahead. It's turned over the other way. Picked up by Cooper McBride. He'll cut it in front, try to jam it home. Rebound. Rogerson on it. Nice save there by Rogerson. Back to the line. Higher shot. That one tipped off into the corner. Picked up and played in behind the back down low. Picked up by McBride. In behind on it, that one pulled out by Team BC on the right side. Low shot, hitting the skate back into the corner. Kavanaugh picks up on it, but a quick stick lift, that'll be sent back in through center. Hustled up, grabbed by Carson McLean. In towards the middle, handed off, left side. Into the zone they come. Shot on that puck, played in behind. Up on the wall, Nat Cruz on it, knocked off his stick over to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh trying to force that in ahead. Kavanaugh down the left side, finding some room. He's got the stick in the gut, handed off there to Whalen. Atlantic Prospects forced to circle back. Back to Henneberry. Henneberry, low shot, tipped off in front, rebound. Up on the wall, back to Jollymore. Jollymore shot from far, that one falls down as Weir picks it up, trying to put in some work here now. Weir on it. Finds the open Whalen. Whalen holds shot, knocked off. Sent in behind. Henneberry and Jollymore out there, the two teammates from the regular season. Off onto the wall, worked in behind as they get a full change. Picked up by Henneberry. He's getting pressured in the corner, but gets that up to Whalen. 3 players on Whalen as that's touched up and a penalty coming as it looks like Henneberry drew it. And a cross check in the corner, and now a chance for the Atlantic Prospects to get on the board. 7:09 to go here in the second period. 2 minutes for cross checking the call. And we'll head back in the other way. The ref hasn't called much this game, so he's got to feel confident if he's going to call it. It seems like he was good with that one. Back into the middle, Zhao tries to stay on it. Shot back in the zone. Rogerson leaves it for Jollymore. Spun back around, cut off on the wall. Celebrini with it. Celebrini entering the zone. He'll stick handle away and get in deep, short-handed. We did see a power play marker for this Atlanta Prospects team versus BC yesterday. And on the wall, set back to the blue line. High shot tipped in, and that one took a funny tip. Picked up now by Cranston, his seat turned over. Rebound, shot on, that one blocked, and two good whacks at it here, shorthanded. As TBC's structure is outworking the Atlantic Prospects right now, but that one's turned over. Now it's pushed down the right side. Push tries to pick it up, hands it off to Cranston. The pass not on the mark as Celebrini covers him all the way down the ice. Sent into McKenzie. Hand it off to Zhao. Zhao turns it over in behind, is a little too lackadaisical on that one as Weir's in behind. Weir grabbing. On the wall, trying to get that in ahead. Mullins grabs. 29 seconds on the power play. Mullins stepping in to the outside. Left side shot, scores! And Mullins puts one home through the 5-hole and gets the Prospects on the board on the power play with 21 seconds. As we get a look at the crowd there celebrating. And right back in this game, the 4-1 and a crucial goal. 5:30 to go here in the second. Mullins, who had a good game in the exhibition yesterday, scored a goal during that game as well. Coming out here and putting the first one on the board, getting his team back in it. And now we'll see if they can adjust to this strong Team BC structure that's been working all game long. Back in behind, handed off to Weir. Weir from the line, he hesitates. Weir's I like his play, but you gotta be a little more aggressive with that puck, I think. He's good at picking up that puck and moving it around, but you wanna push that thing north towards the net. Oh, Jollymore kicks it as an aggressive D-man, cuts in down the right side. He'll be played off into the boards by Tash. Back in behind for Weir. Weir on it. To the line for Thorne. Thorne back down to Weir. He'll get pressure. Weir in front. Still stick handling into the corner. Cuts back again. Weir back to Thorne. Thorne. Low shot. That one tipped off on the glove and just grabbed. And now the Prospects are rolling a little bit here with 4:33 to go in the second. In behind, up the wall. Picked up by Whalen. Whalen enters. Left side, sharp angle shot again, trying to beat Boivy. That's where they got him once here so far with the Mullins. Comes back down, and you got to be careful down there in the zone. There's a couple of cross checks by a frustrated Whalen as they yank him off before the temper can get his team in trouble. Pushing behind, that one turned over off the right side. TBC shot, Rogerson bails him out. Back in behind on the left side. Shot up the wall, riding back into Boydell. Losing a stick out there is Thorne. That's not ideal. Worked off to BC, trying to jam it in on the corner, and they do. And that'll be finished off for the 5-1, and never ideal when you lose the stick. The score here is our goal scorer by the looks of it, Cooper McBride. As he finished it off, and he gives us a direct stare in the camera here at our high button booth. Back to Henneberry. Henneberry gets pressured, turned over in behind, the stick comes down, right side shot, that one riding up high into the corner, and that was Cooper McBride again on it. Looking for two right off the draw. 5-1 the score here with 3:25 to go in the second. Looks like we got the run time going here on the clock. I think as soon as a team hits 5, they might switch to run time. Played back in behind, handed off and chipped in ahead. Brought into the zone there in the skates. Knocked off of it. Trying to push that down. Pulled back in the zone. Grabbed by McBride. Hands it back. Jumps off the stick as it hits the shaft. In ahead up the left side. Brought into the zone. Jollymore grabbing. Jollymore On the right side, chipped by, 2:43 to go. Back in behind and at Cruz. Over to Whalen. Whalen hustling after it. He gets it here on the left. Down to Zhao. Zhao pushed off along the boards. He'll get helped by Whalen. Zhao between the legs, passed off, but it's intercepted there by Ashton Lupel. Over to Jollymore, who steps in and pinches the line. Knocked back in towards the middle. Stepped off, wiring that shot in. It'll be covered up. So it looks like they stopped the clock on this one. So I suppose that 5-gap spread needs to be official before they do that. So that makes a little more sense. Maybe just missed it on that last whistle. Picked up now, lead pass to Cranston. Cranston in the head, it's 2-on-1 forming. Cranston winds up with a shot. That one gloved down by Boivy. It's a nice save there. Number 33, Tristan Boivy, he's been locked in this game. Cranston on the draw here. Drop one back to the right side. 5-1 here with 2 minutes left to go in the second. Picked up by Weir. Weir tries to play it in with Cranston. Picked up off the left side, hustling down. Team BC gains center. Shot into the zone. Mullins skating after. Mullins lays the hit. No penalty on the play. Back in on the left side. Handed by Boydell. Boydell makes the move past Kavanaugh up the right side. Onto the stick of Carson McLean. Towards the middle. Grabbed off the right. Pulling him behind and turning that one over to Weir. Weir plays that back to Mullins. Mullins behind the back, plays it over to Henneberry. Henneberry grabs up to Cranston. Over to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh in behind. Up on the left side wall. Let ahead in through center. Down the right side they come. Jordan Tash. Tash with the move around. Tash, sharp angle shot. That was a nice move that went high over the wall, or the right side post. Back down into McLean. 41 seconds to go in the period. In behind to Cranston. Hard pass to Weir. Knocked off Weir's stick as he gets caught with it. Now over to Mullins. Mullins over to Weir on the right side. They'll turn it over. Cut in front. BC pulls back. Celebrini. Celebrini finds the open room. Oh, what a goal by Richard Celebrini as he puts that one top left. And that's what it's all about, folks. With a 6-1, and that might be one of the nicer goals I've seen so far this year, with a cut to the middle, finding the open room, backhand air right over the goaltender's stick. Back in through center, it's played off on the right side. They'll gain the blue line, cut off. Into Mullins. Mullins with some stick lifting. Comes down hard there. It's Jollymore. It's Jollymore hustling back. Shot on. Rebound over to the right side. 1 second to go. Backhanded. And that'll be knocked off. So 6-1 the score after two. We'll be back shortly with the third period.
Welcome to High Button Sports. We come from the land of Nova Scotia. We do a little bit of everything. Live streaming, commentating.
Back outside, shot, score! Tom, baby, where Grandma keeps the cookies.
Over the years, we've met some pretty cool people. Oh yeah, that guy too. Can't forget about the best mic'd up videos going. The High Button crew has been steadily growing and we love traveling. So don't worry, we'll be in your city soon enough. New rinks, new people. Did I mention we live stream?
Oh, and the door here gets close and it opens up again, and they're laid out into the square and they're fighting under my thing.
Gonna find Cameron. Cameron's got time. Shot. Tipped. Off the crossbar. Oh my!
I'm no mathematician here, but I'm pretty sure High Button Sports and your sporting event equals pure entertainment. Let's put that equation to the test, eh?
right, back here for our third period. 6-1 the score. As we head back to center here, and 15 minutes on the clock. Team BC in control right now. Down the right side. Sent back to McKenzie. He plays it over to Weir. Weir picks up off the hop into Zhao. Zhao has it in his skates. Here at center, that one's worked out to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh up the left side. Passed off, intercepted in front. BC hands it off, picked up by Weir. Good hustle here to pick that up out of the zone. Hill working towards the net. Weir shot, that one high, just over, found some open room. Picked up now by Zhao. Zhao in the corner alone. He's getting pressured. Knocked off his stick as the pressure overwhelmed him. Now cut back in through the middle. Down the right side, shot on and saved by off the Kessler shot. Face off for Rogerson. And we are doing run time here in the third by the looks of it. So 13:45 on the clock for this one, and then we'll be back shortly for the Junior Bruins versus the Montreal Junior Canadians. So that will be an awesome game, and a layout hit there by Henneberry in behind. Picked up by McBride in on the corner, covered up. Some extra poking and prodding. Trevor Poikoff on the draw against Cranston. He'll get pushed out. Now McBride will come in. One off on the left side. Chip to the line, low shot. Stopped there by Nat Cruz. Cruz trying to center. Off in front, it was free for a moment. Hooked up now by Mullins. McKinnon, sorry. McKinnon pushed that in ahead. Passed there, dropped back to push. You see three players trailing him there on the side, overwhelming him. Down low is the delayed offside, will be picked up by Team BC. Chopped up through the air, into McKinnon. McKinnon back in behind, picked up by Boydell. Up the left side, grabbed. Cut back towards the middle, Cooper McBride on it. Cooper McBride dropped back in towards the middle, picked up by McKinnon, handed off now. Stick handling it around. Richard Celbrini shot, there's a big old pile up in front. Celbrini went in for the open puck. But now some pushing and shoving as our cameraman, Troy Langstaff, got a good look at that. And I'm curious if anything's gonna come out of it. That looks like it will. Maybe some coincidentals being handed out here as Thorne will head for his second penalty of the game. And on the other side, looks to be Cooper McBride, number 61, heading in. So some coincidentals in the box there for the boys. It'll remain 5-on-5 as the clock still ticks down, 11:10 left to go. In behind Henneberry up the wall. Cut off on the board, Zhao in on it. Grabbed by Celbrini and worked back to the line, slapped in by Lydon Pierce. Back in behind, looking for a wraparound on the stick. Jamming away at it, picked up now, sharp angle save. Pushing it around the zone, and there's still a big pile up, and now they'll continue on, and it's a big brawl in front. And the rough stuff going both ways here with 10:31 left to go in the third period. And now we'll have another face-off. Dropped in Into the corner, McKenzie picks it up, a nice move across to the left side. Picked up, looking for that pass across. Pelkey grabs it. Pelkey offside as he held that line too much on the blue. He's frustrated, but it was definitely in too quick. Zhao on the drop, and that one chopped out in the skates, and looks like it was turned around, and Ord Kessler had the look at the number of who took him out there, and now he'll pick it up down the right side into the zone in the corner. Zhao now picking it up. Zhao stick handling over to Pelkey. Pelkey on the far side. Stopped off on that puck. Back in behind, cut out by Tash. Tash hands that back. Left side, worked up the wall. Grabbed now by Kessler. Hands that off towards the middle, picked up by Tash. Tash has had a good game here, poked in low. He started off for scoring. Team BC circling around. Tash in the corner. To the line, high shot, Rogerson picks it up, Mullins then fishes it out. Mullins up the wall, turns that over to the line, Jack Boydell works it back down to Mullins. Back in behind, grabbed, handed off to the left side. Bobbing and weaving here, Jordan Tash, he holds it, low shot, that one steered aside. Grabbed and chopped out to Whalen. Back in behind to Nat Cruz. Cruz to Playkov. Touch pass through at the middle. Picked up nicely down the right side. Still pushing it in. Rogerson able to just cover that up. The whistle coming in late. Not really sure why, but 7:45 left to go here in the third. Team BC up 6-1. Remember, after this, we're going to have the Canadians and the Bruins taking place right here on High Button Sports. You don't want to miss it as the meltdown continues. Fire shot, Rogerson watches that go by. This next game will be a big one in terms of what we're going to see here. That one's poked up. For the rest of the tournament, because these are two of the teams that could be perceived as the top seeds after day one. Obviously, we got a long way to go, but I think this next game will give us some answers on who the top dog is in this tournament and who would be the minus betting odds favors. That one worked out in front, glove down. Out of the corner, we now have less than half the period left here in the third, and the coincidental's over as Thorne will head back to the bench along with McBride, as they've served their time in the sin bin. As we get a look there at the scoreboard. Played off in behind to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh grabbing, chipped by, and now picked up by Cranston. Cranston barreling down. He's got Weir with him. Cranston tries to hand that across. Pass didn't hit the mark. Off in the corner, pulled down. Weir just onside. Tries to get it over to Cranston on the opposite end. Back in behind to Weir. He gets a chop down in behind. Picked up Team BC off the left side. Little survey, lead pass into it, the middle. Picked up, makes the move to the right around McKenzie. Tries to hand it off left side, send into Rogerson, blocked. Good job creating something there by Nat Cruz. Falling down there is Cranston, worked over to the left side, picked up towards the middle. Lots of time to step in, shoot. That one saved by Rogerson, point blank. As held on to. And Nat Cruz will head off holding his head like I just had a chance that I squandered, but that's all right. 6-1 the score. We'll head back here to the Prospects end. One back over to McKinnon now. McKinnon picks that up off the hop. McKinnon hands off towards the middle. Grabbed and circled back. 5 minutes to go. Team BC with it on the left side. That one's picked up and spun out by Pierce. In ahead now to Carson McLean. McLean down the left side. He'll hand that back off to the middle. Tash looking for one late. That one falls in behind. It just stays out. Tash calls for it, gets it back towards the middle. Blyden Pierce has that one go through. Back in towards the middle, circled back by Tash. Tash over to the right side. Back in behind, trying to spin it around. Chris has that jump by his stick, and now it'll be picked up down low and circled back. Turned over to Jollymore. On the stick, in ahead to Tash. Tash brings it over the blue line. He'll be trying to force that issue. Back in behind, Thorne grabbing it over to Zhao. Zhao on the left side board. Pulls that back into Thorne. Thorne around to Pelkey on the right side. Pelkey back in through the middle, picked up by Boyaikov. Boyaikov hands that off the stick of Zhao. Zhao pushing to the last second here over to Thorne. Turned over into the skates of McBride. Cooper McBride now down the right side. Doesn't have much help, so will take it himself. Moves across. Spun off down low. Richard Celbrini turns it over. Picked up now. Pelkey gains the zone and will shoot it down the right side. 3:04 to go. Pelkey fighting for that in the corners. He'll get rolled over. Pelkey slow to get up here, but he looks to be okay. He'll get back up here. 2:48 left to go here in the third. Skate off. Back in here to the left side, and we'll continue on. Clock running down, 2:27 to go. Picked up now by Celbrini into center. Down the left side, that one's by Mullins. Mullins over to Weir. Weir on the left, handed back. Ashton Lupel tries to get a stick on that. Back into the middle, held on to. Celbrini steps in, shot. That one gloved over high. Under 2 minutes to go. Celbrini chases a rebound off in front. Picked up by Weir. Weir tries to poke it by. Sent back in by Lupel. Back, gets behind him, now push with it. Push over skates it. Picked up by Weir. Weir down the right wing. Back in behind, Mullins stands up on it. Shot back to McKenzie. McKenzie on the left side. Shoots that back in through center, jumps over the stick. There, Boydell. Boydell now down the right. Final 90 seconds. Boydell hands off in front. That one rolls off the end of the stick there. Kessler. Weir able to get it back through center, but doesn't get much further as that's the delayed offside. It'll be touched up. 1:06 to go with our run time. We'll have a face-off here as we approach the end of this one. Just want to say, my name is Jeff Warburton, joined by my cameraman, Troy Langstaff. Thanks for joining us for another game here of the Montreal Meltdown. The third of the tournament, as we were here all weekend long till Sunday morning. That one's one back in behind, past the stick of McKinnon. Worked up the left side, Tash. Tash looking for one last rush. Handed over in front, shot off. Blocker saved by Rogerson as he stayed on it. To the line. High shot, knocked down. Picked up now by the prospects as they try to hustle that out for one more rush. Whalen in the skates. 23 seconds to go, and that'll be offside. And that might just take us to the end here. As 6-1 the score, and with 10 seconds to go, this will just be a formality. As it's dropped in there, stepped on it, Henneberry shoots it down, and that'll do it. So Team BC collect their first win of the week, going 1-0. And we'll get our 3 stars here in a moment, and then we'll sign off. All right, so we'll see the shaking of the hands, and I believe we'll have the 3 stars ceremony, and then we'll sign off for this game and then wait for our next one. It looks like the prospects ready to head off, but they got to hang on. So it looks like they will head off here. There's a bit of a log jam here at the door. I think we were supposed to announce something, but looks like that'll be it as we shake hands. So thanks for tuning in here on High Button Sports as we watch the players and the coaches shuffle off here in single file. Thank you for tuning in on High Button Sports. We'll be back shortly with our next game and our last game of the day between the junior